The abusive relationships at work. At work. Hello. I just remembered something I would like to add to what. Um, hi, how are you? I am Coach Kemi, your How to Think expert, your guru, your coach, and your consultant. And I take you from stinking thinking to epic living. I help you get what you need. I help you get what you need. How are you today? I hope you are doing great. This is video 2 of our Are You Free video series. Video 1 was yesterday, and I talked about grooming, and you need to listen to it. It's right here on my business page, How to Think. I will share it in other places, so do join me. If you have any questions, please ask. And I'll be speaking from the point of view of thinking, how you think. We are not in prison because somebody put us in prison. We're in prison because of the way we think. Many of us have been held captive by how we think. Let's look at this very simple story that goes on in the Bible about the woman with the issue of blood. She had an issue of blood. She was bleeding for 12 years. For those of us who are women, we know what it's like to just have a monthly period. Now, this woman did not have a monthly period. She had a yearly period for 12 years. I mean, hey! And she did not have a monthly period for 5 days in the month. She had a monthly period every day, from my understanding, of every year for 12 years. Like, hello. Well, she thought to herself, if I touch the hem of the garment of this guy called Jesus that's walking around, I will be healed. She obviously has heard about what he has done, what he has been doing, how he's been healing people, helping people. But she thought to herself, now, the Bible also tells us that she had spent all her money on physicians and she didn't have any more. So this was her last hope, as it were. If this guy doesn't do it, well, you know. So she thought to herself, the same way she's been thinking all this time, I'll go and see this doctor. I'll go to that doctor. She was thinking. For those of you who are Christians and non-Christians, if you think that things are just going to fall into your lap because you prayed, it's not by prayer. It's living by faith. And faith itself is a series of thoughts that you maintain and you sustain. So let's talk about women. This video series is for women and girls. So invite your sisters, your friends, your moms, everyone that you know that's female. From the age of 10, kids need to listen to this from the age of 10. So abusive relationships. There could be abusive relationships in marriage. I have my notes here. In family, in friendships, and at work. And I'm sure some of us have abused, we've abused people in the past. I'm sure some of us have abused people. I've abused my kids. Just shouting at them is abusive. So abuse does not have to go to the extreme. It just needs to be abusive. It's irrelevant how it is. So why would a woman stay in an abusive relationship? Why? Because of the way she thinks. So I'll tell you my story. I was constantly, not at the beginning, I won't say, but in a way, from the beginning, emotionally abused. But I took it. I remember from my husband, my ex-husband now, I took it. I accepted it. I remember before we got married, I broke up with him, I think, twice because I couldn't handle the fighting, but I went back. You know why? Because I felt, oh, someone has joined me. Hello, please say hi. Let me know who you are. Thank you so much for joining me. I stayed there because I reasoned that, oh, this is the way a Christian wife should be. Just stay here. If he says you're stupid, stay there. He didn't say I was stupid, but he abused me emotionally in different ways, the way he would talk to me the words you would use, not spending time with me. So many ways before we got married and after we got married. And my mom always said, what you will not accept in marriage, do not accept it before you get married. What you are not going to accept in marriage, do not accept before you get married. Because what's the point? If you have not chosen to live with it, then what are you doing there? So there could be, like I said, abusive relationships in four parts. It could be in marriage, it could be in family, parents shouting at kids, siblings hurting each other, abusing each other in various forms. And obviously, I'm going to tell you the meaning of abuse. I'm just getting my dictionary here. And then there is abusive relationships in friendships. That is the worst. I mean, this person is just your friend. You're not bound to stay with the person. What are you still doing there? Is because of the way you are thinking. And as you're listening to this, if you are thinking, yeah, I think I've been abused at home, I'm being abused at home. Yeah, I think I'm being abused at work, in my family. Yeah, I think I'm being abused in certain friendships. Then you want to ask yourself, why am I still there? And I'll answer that question for you. It's because of the way you think. You think it's okay to accept it. There is also abuse at work. There is also abuse at work, where people abuse you. Men abuse women, they sexually abuse, they verbally abuse, they emotionally abuse. And when I work with corporates, I get a lot of men are in the corporate space, they're the high level executive, they're high level executives, and we are not because we are female. It's because we are female. That is the way you are thinking. It does not make it true. It's only true for you. It's only true for you. Some people don't believe that Jesus Christ lived and died. That's fine. That's true for them. I believe it. That's true for me. It doesn't change the truth that it happened, but it's true for me. It's like things happen. Hello, who has joined me again? Please say hi. Thank you for joining me. Something happens in between two people, and we don't know what it is, and they come to tell us. One tells a story, another one tells another story, but there's just one story. That story is the truth. Whether you know it or not, believe it or not, there's only one story. That story is the truth. But each of them, maybe to get themselves out of trouble, they have lied. So it's really all down to how you think. Let me tell you the meaning of abuse. Abuse, I saw it just now. Yeah, okay. Abuse. To use wrongly. So when you are being spoken to in a way that you shouldn't be spoken to, treated in a way that you are not meant to be treated, you are being used wrongly. To mistreat, you are being mistreated when you are abused. To insult or revile, you are being insulted and reviled. Wrong use, to use wrongly. Mistreatment is also a form of corrupt practice, depending on where you are in this. And insulting language. Insulting language is abusive. So we have looked at about four things: to be misused, to use wrongly, to mistreat, to insult or revile, for wrong use, mistreatment, corrupt practice. So let's talk about why do you think that way? Especially for kids who cannot run away from home, who cannot leave home. But there's something you can do. I'll tell you what it is. You can't leave home. You can't say, oh, well, you're not having this anymore. It's not going to happen. Hello. Let's talk about families, young people being abused by their parents, either being mistreated, sexually abused. There are different things you can do. But one thing you can't do is to speak up. If you are physically abused, you are beaten recklessly and all that, then you need to speak up and tell somebody that can help you. Don't sit at home, say, well, I've got to obey my parents. Are you supposed to obey them till you die? That's not the way it's supposed to be. You need to tell somebody. Don't sit down there thinking it is wrong for you to tell somebody about the way your parents are treating you. And make sure you're not lying. So, number one, you don't have to stay there. You don't Don't lie to yourself that it is normal, it is okay. No, don't do that. If you stay there long enough, you will begin to think ugly. You will begin to think ugly. Oh, it's okay. It's all right. This must be what's supposed to happen to me. I can't do anything about it anyway. That is untrue. And you need to stop believing it. That is an untruth, and you need to stop believing it. So let me talk about what you can do when you stay in an abusive relationship, whether in marriage, in family, friendships, or at work. What you can do to get out of it. The first thing is to accept that the relationship is abusive, that you are being abused. Don't lie to yourself. And the only way to accept that is to realize that is to tell somebody else. Let the person bring in their perspective. It has to be somebody you trust and somebody that has wisdom. When that person points out, you point out a few things, and that person points out some things to you, then you need to wake up and say, it's true. You don't have to wait till you are on the floor. You are on the ground. You have no self-esteem, no self-worth, nothing left for you to hold on to. People call your name and your head is bowed and you're almost crawling to them. People say we are traveling and you say, not me. I'm talking about myself here. I travel, holiday, stop. No, me. I can count how many holidays I've had on one hand, and I've been in since 1989. Since 1989. Since 1989, I can actually count. The first one ever was because I went to bury my dad, and that was not a holiday anyway, but I had to leave the country. The next one was after I separated from my husband to stay with my sister. The next one was when I was invited to Spain to speak. Again, you can say that's not a holiday. So that was not really a holiday. It was the next time I went to Spain. I went earlier and I stayed a few days later after I spoke. Really? Everywhere I've traveled is being on. I've gone to speak. You've got to plan your day, your rest time. But if you're not thinking much of yourself, you're allowing yourself to be treated in a way that you're accepting and that is not right. It's abusive. That is your fault. It's not the fault of the person abusing you that you are where you are. It's your fault if you stay there and you keep taking it because you're not a zombie. I behave like a zombie. I behave like, oh, well, I've got to stay here. I'm married. I'm the pastor's wife. What? What? Is that what God created you for? Well, if I do anything, if I say anything, he will get angry. And so that's why I said get help. So number one, how to get out of this call for help. Get help. Be judicious about who you call for help, who you tell these things. It's not everyone that wants to help you and knows how to help you and has the wisdom to help you. It's not every pastor either that can help you. It's not every older person that can help you. Seriously. It doesn't just follow, he's a pastor, you help me. Think about it. Look at their lives. Check it out. Look at the feedback you are getting from other people about them. Do you agree with this? If there's anything, no matter how time you don't agree with, backtrack and look for someone that can help you. Call for help. Number two, be accountable. So that people can check up on you. So they will know when things are going awry. Be accountable. Have a mentor. Your age is irrelevant. I will soon be 53. My age is irrelevant. I have mentors. I have peers that speak sense. And I read the Bible. Read the Bible. It is a good mentor. Awesome counsel is in there. So that's number two, be accountable. Number three, talk. Open up your mouth and talk. Don't sit down there and keep quiet. Open up your mouth and talk. It is thinking. If you feel that, that's the way I am, I'm usually just quiet. It's thinking. You are quiet and strong. Use your voice. Use your tongue and talk. Talk to your boss at work. If you feel your boss is not helpful, talk to someone else that has authority and has influence. Talk. Women, Talk, 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 and be courageous, because SHIT will hit the fan, because the abuser does not want anyone to know. SHIT will hit the fan. Be ready for the rest of it when it hits the fan to drop on you. Switch, take it off. Go have a bath or wipe it off. Be ready to smell her, because you are coming out of an abusive relationship. It is your life or that other person's life. Sorry, it's your life or your death, your emotional death, your mental death, all kinds of death. It could be the death of your future, the death of your destiny, the death of your passion, of your dream, of your vision. Is that what you want? So you reach 60 years of age, 40 years of age, 30 years of age, and say, oh my God, if only. You don't want that in your life. I promise you, you don't want that. So talk. Women, talk. Girls, talk. I've heard of girlfriends and boyfriends. They are girlfriends, they are not married, or fiancés. The man is either hitting her, abusing her, shouting at her. Come on. What are you still doing there? And you're not married. Oh, get out of there. And if you don't know how, get help. And number 4, escape. That is the last thing. If you have to escape, escape. And there are different forms of escape. I don't mean run out of the house. Some people need to. Some people need to. Some people need to, and some people have done it. Your escape could be keeping quiet and not being around, using earplugs when the abuse is being rained down on you. Being wise, being smart, get the wisdom of God, get help. So, that's what I need to share with you. Abusive relationships, how you think determines whether you stay there or not, whether you accept it or not. Stop thinking, stinking. Stop thinking and putting yourself down. That is not cool. So, whether you're abused in your marriage, in your relation, in your family, in your friendships, or at work, open your mouth and do one of these 4 things, or all of them, or as needful. Call for help, be accountable, talk, and escape if you need to. Okay, thank you so much. I hope this is helpful for somebody. Please share this page with your friends. Get them to like it so that they can listen to this series of videos. I have 5 more to go. And tomorrow we're going to be looking at culture. How you think and culture. Whatever your culture is, how you think and culture. Remember, culture is created by us. It's not created by anything else. It's created by human beings. So you need to apply your brain and make things happen. And finally, remember, I'm running the Vision Board Come True mini course, 5-day mini course starting next Monday. You are allowed and free to go and register for it right now. I'm going to put the link right at the bottom of this video. I'm just bringing it up right now, okay? And it will be great to have you there. We're going to be talking about 4 things your vision board should not be, and 4 things your vision board should be. 4 things your vision board should not be, and 4 things your vision board should be. Some of us are in abusive relationships, and we cannot even go after our vision. We've probably even written it down on our vision board, but it's not coming true. Why? Because it's probably one of those 4 things your vision board should not be. And it's probably one of, when it should be 4 things that your vision board should be, so that it can come true. Again, everything is from the basis of how you think. I will see you there. Stay strong, and thank you so much. I am Coach Kemi, your How to Think expert, guru, coach, and consultant. Thank you. Bye-bye.